Hey everyone, it's been a bumpy road getting to this one, but we're here, and I am unbelievably excited to talk about Jaws the Revenge, the emotional final chapter in the Jaws Quadrilogy.
Oh my god, I hated it.
How
It was.
could you hate it? It was
I
amazing.
hate. Well, when they. Can we just jump straight into end of movie spoilers?
Oh yeah, we can go straight to spoilers, whatever, let's just go.
Yeah. I hate that when. Also, what made the shark blow up?
Nothing. It just
It
inexplicably blows up when it gets stabbed by the mast.
And it plays the clip from the first movie.
Yeah! Oh yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
Also, Jake!
Jake! No! And then
And how did Jake survive?
I don't know, he was inside
'Cause-
the shark when it blew up, so he's fine.
Yeah.
There's problems with this movie before the title even rolls, because
Yes.
the point of view of the shark is what we're seeing underwater. Then it comes up over the surface, so the shark's out of the water, and then the title screen shows, so the shark's like floating above the water, and then he's under it again. And like I said, this shark spends more time out of the water than in it.
Yeah, maybe he's a dolphin.
Maybe it's always balancing on like its back dorsal fin. Oh man, this movie's bad. So, yeah, Ellen Brody's youngest son, he ends up kicking the bucket.
Yeah. Like,
In-
only 2 people die in this movie that I actually remember.
Yeah, there's only I think 2 deaths. Jaws movie.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. How many deaths are there in Jaws 1? There's
So,
3, right?
No, 1 there's 5.
In
2
what,
there's
5?
6, and then I think 3 there's 8. But this one's only 2. Only because I've been looking at
Oh
doing
yeah, of
research.
course. There's the, yeah.
Yeah, no, this movie, I mean, the first shark attack, it looks like someone just got a GoPro and stuck it to a football and just kicked it. that's all you can see. You can't see anything. It's just spinning.
That first shark attack is so fucking dumb. How it cuts back and forth between, like, the Christmas caroling and him dying.
Yeah.
It's so,
I love how his arm gets bitten off, and it takes him until he's swung back in, like, his fucking corner of his boat to then have to look at his arm to realize it's gone. His reaction is fucking priceless. It's so fucking good. This whole movie, even straight after that or before it, like Ellen Brody's like in a kitchen or whatever, and there's like this sped up shot of her opening the fridge, and I don't know why, but it's always bugged me.
I didn't notice that.
There's so much.
There's probably a lot of things in this film I didn't notice.
So, Sean Brody has died, and then Mike.
Was that like the little kid
That
in
was
the
the
other
little
one?
kid, yeah.
Well,
So,
could have been
Mike,
worse.
the older brother, he's gone to help his mother in mourning, and she in the midst to try and keep her family running or feel like she's doing something important, goes to the kitchen and she's fumbling around with pans in an oven and then just throws a pan out of the oven, but it's supposed to be that she's accidentally dropped one. She then stands upright and says, "I want you out of the water now." And then it cuts back to Mike and he's just, "What?" He's confused as everybody else. So they have an argument, which goes to, it's killed Sean, it's killed your father. Dad died of a heart attack. The fear of it killed him. The man who killed 2 sharks before died of fear of another one.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure if he found out there was another shark, he would have gone right out there immediately, like he did in all the other movies.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Was he dead by the time Jaws 3 took place?
No. No, he was alive even when the 4th one was going. So
No, I mean the character.
oh no, I have no idea. It's not very clear. Um, but you could almost talk about this movie scene by scene, because the scene following that is where they're on the beach, and he's like, "Oh, my brother died because of a stupid log," and then he says something about, "Oh, he was always funny. He always used to make me laugh," and then just starts legging it. He just starts sprinting. She's like, well, "Where are you going?" "Nowhere." And then we just follow him running along the beach for a bit before it cuts to Sean Brody's funeral. I don't know what happened there either. Maybe they just didn't have enough time to finish the scene, so they said just run off. Maybe it'll be artsy. This whole movie is full of dumb shit like that you can miss when you're not watching it. I'd love to watch this movie with you drunk, by the way. That would be fantastic. But yeah, I don't know why that you would have like a summer blockbuster movie. You know, it's the summer, people in the water, you know, beaches are open. That this movie would take place in the middle of winter, in the rain, at Christmas. How would he get to thinking that that is a good idea for a Jaws film?
I like how it's then a contradiction that the shark is in too hot weather.
Yeah, that's not even true. They like warm water.
Yeah. You know, that didn't sound right at all.
No, it didn't. I love it. And he's like a marine biologist or whatever. But then, I think what really takes the cake for me is that Ellen Brody is in mourning. She wants to get away from New York and Amity Island, goes to the Bahamas with her son, and this shark follows them from New York to the Bahamas. He knows.
Is it supposed to be the same one?
Yes, it is supposed to be the same one. This shark's like, hey, you killed my shark buddies, so I'm gonna hunt the Brody family down, and I'm gonna eat you son of a bitches.
How could he even have known they were going to the Bahamas?
Mate, the thing knows when a Brody family member is around, and I love that Lorraine Gary is a fucking X-Men in this film.
Yes, she can sense the show.
She knows. Always, this whole film, man, her powers like come into play. You know, like when the shark's chomping on the side of the boat or barge for whatever reason, just eating wood, and then drops inexplicably and there's blood. That she just stops parading all the way over in the island and knows that the shark is gnawing on some wood.
And then when Michael Caine asks her if she's alright, she's like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, Michael Caine is in this fucking movie.
And he's the best character.
Well, there was originally a subplot where he would, smuggle drugs. He was actually a bad guy. It was like, seemed happy but was secretly smuggling drugs into the Bahamas or some shit.
But he delivers laundry.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't know if that's him genuinely answering or if that was supposed to be a joke.
I got no idea either, but I love that he's here. And
he is the best part of the film.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
I mean, to be fair, how else would you react?
It's just amazing.
And then he has the genius idea of just going back in the plane and getting out the other side.
Yeah. He climbs out of the boat, and before he can even get up on the boat, his shirt is dry.
Yeah.
So it's full dry. He's just come out of the water. And that was something I noticed even as a kid. It's like, his shirt is dry. What the fuck? They couldn't just throw some more water on him or something?
So, they must not have filmed this one in the ocean then.
Yeah, well, if you notice when Mario Pebbles' character, the Jamaican man, lives, that I could see the painted wall and the water splashing against the wall, and fuck, man, I never noticed it before, but it took me out of it so bad. It was very, very clear that it was all the wall.
It was like the Truman Show.
Yes, yeah, no, it was the exact same, except it was worse. You could really see that it was a wall. It was bad. My God, there is so much to talk about. What else? I feel like I'm missing stuff. I mean, the Jamaican man. The first time we get the sharks like reveal, it's usually like suspenseful and a build up of some sort, but it's just, oh shit, we got a big fish right next to me. Well, it was either that or it just cut to it in open water and you could just see it. Michael Brody, when he says, I've always wanted to make love to an angry welder. I've dreamed of nothing more since I was a small child.
Honestly, same.
That's Oscar worthy. That made me laugh.
I can see where he's coming from.
I can see. I laughed. That's so fucking. What do you mean you can see where he's coming from?
Wow.
Is this a fetish you share?
Yeah, I think it might be.
You dreamed of nothing.
And I've discovered that by watching Jaws 4.
Damn. It was originally going to be called Jaws 4, but someone was like, no, Jaws the Revenge. Yes, that's the way to do it. I got some, I know a bunch of information about this film, but I thought I was going to say it for trivia time and for, you know, some other stuff. I could just jump into it.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll jump
I'm sure there's a lot to talk about.
There's a fair amount to talk about. So yeah, we'll go into trivia time. Trivia time sound effect. Ooh.
Still don't know what that is.
Still don't know what it is. The first bit I got was this was obviously one of Michael Caine's notorious paycheck movies. And when Caine was asked about this movie in an interview, he answered, "I've never seen it, but by all accounts, it is terrible. However, I have seen the house that it built, and it is terrific."
The house that it built?
Yeah, so he basically took a paycheck just to get some extra work done on his house that he was building at the time. Yeah, so I can read it again.
Amazing.
So he said, "I've never seen it, but by all accounts it is terrible. However, I have seen the house that it built, and it is terrific."
Amazing.
The next one was that the water tank where the climax was shot, it was filmed with blue dye to make the water bluer, which turned Michael Caine and Lorraine Gary's hair blue. So their hair was blue for a substantial amount of time. I love this one. So Roy Scheider was offered a cameo, but declined, stating, "Satan himself could not get me to do Jaws Part 4. Reportedly. If Scheider had accepted the bit part, the shark would have killed his character at the start of the movie. The end result has Schneider in the movie with archive footage from Jaws that was inserted, which we've seen. That's when Lorraine Gary's an X-Men.
You get paid for that.
Oh, fuck.
Probably not.
Oh, you get fucking paid. Fucking. I mean, they'd probably just go to Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lorraine Gary at the end when she's about to kill the shark, she's having flashbacks to events she never witnessed, like the death of the first shark and shit.
Yeah.
So she's got superpowers. She'll be standing on the beach and then just up and turn and look at the water and know it's there. It's brilliant. Another piece I got here is that Michael Caine said, won an Oscar, built a house, and had a great holiday. Not bad for a flop movie. He was paid $1.5 million for 7 days. He got an Oscar? He won an Oscar for what was the movie? He won it. It was
Jaws 4.
Oh, here we go. Hannah and Her Sisters in 1986. And so he won an Oscar but couldn't receive it because he was filming this movie.
Fucking hell.
But that's because the budget, like, it was so tight on Michael Caine. So as I was saying, he was paid $1.5 million for 7 days of work in the Bahamas. And the schedule,
That's not bad.
yeah, the schedule was so tight that the producers were unable to spare him, so he could attend the Oscar ceremony. But he won Best Supporting Role Oscar and Hannah and her sisters. But yeah, here's another great one. Michael Caine accepted his role after seeing only the first line of the script, which was "Fade in, Hawaii." Caine had wanted to shoot a movie in Hawaii for a while. This was unbeknownst to some people / critics who mock Caine for agreeing to do the film, stating, "I wonder what the conversation could have been between him and the filmmakers." But no, he just saw the first tiny fade in, and then Hawaii. Went, I'm gonna do 7 days in Hawaii in the Bahamas, chilling out. He paid 1.5 million, finished my house. So, hey, I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, I can't blame him. If I were in that position, I'd take it as well.
Yeah.
To play the best character in the movie.
Yeah. Here it is. A crucial subplot involved Hoagie smuggling drugs into the island. The scenes were shot, then deleted during post-production because it took away from the main premise involving the shark. It's fully detailed in the novelization.
What?
Yeah, there's a novel.
Have you read it?
I haven't, but man, apparently there is so much. I got a whole thing later on just how much stuff was in it. But the shark's infamous roar during the climax, because sharks have vocal cords and can roar like lions.
Yes, they can.
It actually came from a Tom and Jerry cartoon called The Milky Waif from 1946. Reportedly, this was actually done because the sound editor refused to make an original sound effect, thinking that the idea of a shark roaring was ridiculous. he knew it.
And why make it roar?
Because the director said it's gonna roar. Someone had the bright idea to ask Murray Hamilton to reprise his role as the mayor, in a short appearance at the beginning of the movie, but he had died of cancer before filming had started.
No.
But they went out to try and ask his agent anyway. He'd passed away.
Wait, they asked him after he died?
Yeah. They asked him, hey, you want to reprise your role, to the agent and whatnot? But he died before filming had even started. So it's really fucked up. Okay, so the novelization based on the original script by blah 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 blah. Lots of scenes that were removed. The discovery of Sean Brody's body by the Amity PD. Thea being hypnotized and almost wandering into the water at night where the shark waits. The death of a windsurfer. A humorous scene involving a drunken retired newscaster and the shark. A drive-by shooting where the Brodies are nearly injured, and a foot pursuit.
Can we go back to that one?
There's so much. Mike's secrecy of the shark takes a strain on his marriage. He also retains a monitoring device in the bedroom where Carla has her unveiling. There's a lot of just boring crap too. So deleted characters include an Islander gangster who befriends Ellen Brody, who is ultimately killed by the shark. Hoagie's law enforcement partner. And a voodoo doctor. In the novel, Papa Jacques, I think that's how you say his name. He's the voodoo doctor, and he's a local man whom the islanders turn for advice and guidance. Mike Brody does not like him and believes he exploits the islanders, including his assistants. After an altercation with Mike, Papa Jacques, summons the shark to do his bidding. He also has Thea's pail stolen. He also has Thea's pail stolen so he can curse it. That makes no sense. This is what leads to Thea walking outside towards the water in a zombie-like trance. several segments also take place from the shark's point of view, and it's revealed that the shark is actually a pawn and can't understand the force driving it where it needs to go. So it's a voodoo. This islander has cursed them.
Why? I hope whoever's idea that was never wrote a movie again.
Yeah. I mean, imagine the drive-by shooting with like these gangsters that befriend Ellen Brody and shit. That would have been amazing. So, Bruce the Rubber Shark was nominated for a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actor in this movie, thus making him the first animal nominated for one since Jaws' 3D Shrieking Dolphins, Cindy and Sandy. This allegedly cost... Fuck me. Imagine you have this much money and this is what you do with it. 23 to 30 million.
Huh.
One of the most expensive movies of 1987. Fucking hell. So there's a TV ending and there's a theatrical ending. And this is it explained properly. So according to Rating the Movies, after a miserable theatrical showing in the US, the film was given a new ending for its European release. The ending is the version where when the shark is stabbed, the shark is blown to pieces and with 3 shots from the original Jaws. This ending also has Jake floating around after the shark's destruction. And when the movie was released on videocassette in North America, the European ending was used. When AMC aired this movie in the early 2000s, they showed the American ending where the shark is stabbed, bleeds profusely, and then sinks. Was it 2014?
That sounds way better.
Yeah, no, it does. It looks better too. They stab it, and then it's like gushing blood out of its mouth, and then ends up breaking off the mast, and it dies. No, they went with the ending where it explodes.
God damn it. Yeah, because I was gonna ask which version did I end up seeing. Yeah, I ended up seeing the version where it explodes inexplicably.
I know, it's great. Have you seen, I just want to find it real quick. The frame they use just before it explodes?
No, I guess you would send it to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here it is. Where did I put this? This is an actual frame in the film. So, I'll put this up on the screen for everybody as well, so that they can bask in its beauty. Check this out. So this is the frame just before it dies.
Just before it explodes.
Yeah, that is what you see, and then it explodes.
That is gorgeous.
Like, it's literally like it's swimming, and then Ellen Brady like rams the boat by like pushing on the steering wheel, and then it cuts to that, and then it explodes immediately. So you can't even see it, but that is in the film. You can see it if you really look for it. But fuck me. It's just breathtaking.
Yeah, that's
Beautiful, I know.
yeah.
Oh, there's the other ending that's fucking just as bad, really, but made more sense at least.
Yeah.
But honestly, for the novelty of it all, I like the fact that the shark just explodes for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid being confused, like, how did it die? Was it like the flashing? Was it annoying it? Like, that they got it close enough for... I don't know. I never got it. But yeah, now I know. Now being older, I understand that nothing makes rhyme or reason or sense.
Yeah, you shouldn't actually try to understand it.
No, not at all. But yeah, there was the 2 endings, and they basically switched them around constantly. The DVD one is where it explodes, but when they rerun it on TV, it gets stabbed. Now.
So does Jake die in the other one? It doesn't reveal that he's alive?
Jake?
Yeah, the Jamaican, that's his name, isn't it?
Yes. He's just new to this film. Whether he dies at the end,
In
don't know.
the
I think
the other version,
I think
because you
he's-
didn't mention.
Yeah, I think he
You
stays
mentioned
dead
then.
when it gets stabbed.
That's also better.
No. He's alive somehow. It's amazing. But
Because the thing is, like, the shark took him down, and then it does the whole business with the roaring, like 3 or 4 times,
yeah.
and then it gets stabbed and explodes, and then it reveals he's just alive over there, like 20 meters away.
Yeah, he's like, hey man, I'm alive. I was eaten by a shark and then the shark exploded while I was inside, but I'm okay. It's like, awesome, dude. That's like fucking persistence and the will to survive.
Yeah.
He's like fucking John Wick after he gets thrown off a building. He's just not giving up.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
Is there any
finally...
word of when the 4th John Wick movie's coming out?
I don't know, but we can find that later.
Yeah.
So the writers...
Because obviously the John Wick movies are good.
Oh, they're fantastic. We can talk about them one time. The writers had not seen Jaws 2 or Jaws 3D, which is why there's a bit of inconsistency in the plot in certain points.
What inconsistencies are there?
So one was that Mike's loving separation from Catherine and Sean's return from Colorado not being mentioned, but like I more look at that's why sharks don't take things personally. They missed that. They didn't even watch Jaws 2 or 3. And the last bit
don't take things personally.
but this time, and then heartbeat boom boom, it's personal. Dude, the marketing's fantastic. So the last bit of trivia I got was that one of the pictures stuck to Ellen Brody's refrigerator says, "The only difference between this place and the Titanic is that they had a band." I thought
That's motivational.
It describes the movie as a whole in just one of those like poem haikus on her fridge.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the only difference between this film and the Titanic is that they had a band. It's still going down.
That's
though.
a really depressing fridge magnet.
It is. It's really fucked up.
I want to see where I can get one.
Yeah, we'll have to find one. So I got 5 reviews.
Brilliant. Are they good reviews or bad reviews?
Well, when I went to check like review websites,
Because I feel like bad reviews would be making good points.
well, when I went to check it, it was a lot of 1 stars obviously, and then it goes to 2, 3, 4, and it's minimal, and then the 9s are really short, but then 10 has a spike. And so a lot of it was filled with people that were just like, yes, this is the best thing ever. Like,
Oh, amazing.
so I went for like the more serious 9s that really were trying to defend this movie, or just the really weird and flat out funny ones.
I guess that is true, yeah. Because, yeah, 9-star would be like not as hyperbolically enthusiastic about it. As a
Yeah,
10.
like not taking the piss. These people legit think it's great. So I've just sent you the link to the first review.
Am I the one reading it, or?
I've got it in order.
Oh my god!
So I've got an order of.
Yeah, I'm not reading this.
Alright, I'll read it. So 2004, you go back to. Lorraine Gary is hot, is what it's titled. Lorraine Gary is very hot for this final fight. She is like Sigourney Weaver on Aliens and Jamie Lee Curtis on Halloween. She has to kill the shark for the last time. A lot of action and terror. Lorraine Gary is a really good actress. I like her. 10 out of 10.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I'll let you read this next one. Oh wait, hang on. It might be maybe I'll read this one. I'm not sure if this is the short one. Oh, okay. You could read this. You'll like this one. It's a bit bigger, but this is someone legitimately fighting to defend this movie.
It's very good if you use your suspension of disbelief.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. I'm looking. Oh, there. This is a
Oh yeah.
relatively long one.
Oh, you'll love it. Just read this one out.
The film is not as bad as you are all saying. You are all simply agreeing for the sake of agreeing.
Sharks do roar in South Africa.
Sharks
Actually.
do roar in South Africa, actually. So that's shut you critics up. The plot is interesting and entertaining, even if far-fetched. You are all missing the point.
This guy's like yelling, by the way. A lot of this is capitalized.
Yeah, a lot of this is in full caps. Nobody set out to make a biological documentary on sharks. This is a fictional piece. Hence, it does not have to make perfect sense all the time. So when you losers criticize the fact that Jaws swam from New York to Bahamas in days, take heed to my aforesaid point. This is entertainment, not intended to be factual. If the shark just started flying, like out of the water,
Hey, suspension of
would that be
disbelief,
okay
man.
by this guy's standards?
I think so. Well, it did fly. It's always flying, this shark.
No, but if like Hoagie and Lorraine were in the plane and they look to their right and they see the shark alongside them.
I mean, we got sky sharks. Like it.
That's true.
You know, that's. Have you ever heard of sky sharks before?
I have heard of it. You probably mentioned it.
Oh man, that.
But
Cool.
this is. I'm not done with the review yet,
Yeah.
so I'll get back to it. This is entertainment, not intended to be factual. Get over it, you saddos. Utilize your suspension of disbelief, if you know what that is, and you will find the movie highly engaging. This is in fact my favorite of all the Jaws sequels. The cast is great, especially Lorraine Gary.
Yeah.
The shark does not look fake at all, despite what you may have heard. The banana boat attack is tense and done well. The film works well as it incorporates drama, romance, action and adventure, and comedy into its standard horror thriller plot. Check it out. This movie is cool. He swayed me. I think the film's a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 10 out of 10.
Well, he gave it a 9. That was one of those
Yeah.
9 reviews. Oh, fucking hell. It's beautiful. Look at it all. There's so much capitalization. Half of it is just yelling. It's not far-fetched. Actually, sharks do roar in South Africa, actually.
I want a citation for that fact. I
Oh,
want him to source his article that he got that from.
it's amazing. I'll give you this next one as well, and then I'll read the last two. This one's also great. So we go to the 7th of June 2020.
Okay, another 10 out of 10.
Alright, so what's it titled?
Honestly, okay, it is Shark.
Oh yeah, titled Shark, fitting, yeah.
Best Jaws ever. Michael Caine was brilliant, as was the shark and the Jamaican bloke.
2 out of 4 found this helpful. Yeah. I fucking love that Bevo bloke. Alright. Alright. 2 more. Just struggling. I don't have a mouse pad, so I can't like send things really quickly today. Alright. Yeah, alright, so I'll read this. We have another
Still going
10-star review for Jaws the Revenge,
Okay.
titled It's a Masterpiece. This was February 2016. And she says, one of the most underrated films of all time. Thank you to Mr. Bojangles for casting Michael Caine, who pulled
Did
Mrs.
you
Brody
notice what
out
that
of her
person's
depression.
username is?
What?
Did you notice what this person's username is?
I didn't see that, but fuck, that's funny. Alright. Their username reads Jap Porn Sucks. So, so do our Japanese
Have to disagree.
viewers.
But that
Yeah.
is for another time.
But yeah, she said it's one of the most underrated films of all time. Thank you, Mr. Bojangles, for casting Michael Caine, who pulled Mrs. Brody out of her depression to start her life over. Special effects were fantastic. Most importantly, this film goes great with a cheese sandwich and a bag of Doritos. When the shark goes after the sexy blonde wife, everyone's got a pig for Lorraine Carey. Pull out a pint of Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia to bring you to a total movie eroticism. I've seen this classic 142 times, and I feel I'm a better woman for doing so. Sometimes when I'm doing the laundry, I watch it while snacking on low sodium Ritz crackers. But other times, I eat small box of Otter Pops, which are like popsicle in a tube.
Amazing. I feel like half of that review was just talking about the food she eats watching the movie.
Yeah, no, it's a masterpiece though.
Yeah, that is true.
So
make sure to pull out a pint of Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia to bring you to total movie eroticism.
yeah, so I think this next one, I mean, it's obviously kind of taking the piss, but this guy's pitch for Jaws 5.
Amazing. I'm excited.
2005, this review was made. He gave it a 10 out of 10. And he titled it Jaws 5. This time, it's for money. And he writes, I am interested in making a 5th installment to the series casting Jaws in the complex role of an assassin. This time, it's for money. And nothing can stop this bloodthirsty shark. Features extras such as Jaws in the club, Jaws playing racquetball, Jaws rocking a mink. The sky is the limit. Were you enthralled by the first film but disappointed by sequels that tried to come off as scary and suspenseful? Well, don't worry, because Jaws 5, this time it's for money, is strictly parody. Plus, my film will be completely self-depreciating and won't try to be scary. You'll double over with laughter as Jaws chows his way through the courtroom. Starring Steve Guttenberg as the tough guy with a soundtrack from Air Supply and Trickster. This guy's thought this shit out.
Yeah.
But it was when he said Jaws chows his way through the courtroom. I thought, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? So those are my 10-star reviews of Jaws the Revenge. Brilliant stuff.
Amazing.
But I'm hitting us with it all today because we've also got some movie news because movies have been coming out. We've also got a funny movie of the week a little bit later if you stick around.
Oh.
So the first thing I want to talk about is The Boys. Have you ever seen this show?
I keep meaning to, but
It is brilliant. I am on the bandwagon and halfway through season 2. And yeah, it's just hot at the moment. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
how long is it?
So it's 8 episodes a season. It's one of those shows that it's so high budgeted to do what they want to show that they can't make it like really like 20 episodes. It's got to be 8. They're about an hour each or a little bit under. And
That's cool. As long as they're good, that's not a problem.
it's the premise, because The Boys is actually a comic book as well, and the premise is that it's the DC universe, kinda. It's the Justice League, and the Justice League are evil dipshits who do coke and rape people, and but in the public eye, they're marketed, they're branded. That's what would happen if we really had superheroes. There's a lot of that stuff, and the boys are a group of guys that know that the superheroes are assholes, and they've got to try and take the Justice League down somehow. And it's done brilliantly. Yeah, they feel very high budgeted.
I assumed the boys were that was just the Justice League.
Yeah,
I didn't realize there were two groups of.
But that's
super.
That's basically the premise, and the boys are the only ones that know that they're fucking assholes through experiences unique to each one that's in the group. But I won't spoil that. But that's the premise is it's good.
That's on Amazon Prime, right?
Amazon Prime. That's where you can find the boys. Wish I was sponsored, but I'm not. But Amazon, hey, hit me up, man. I love the boys. The next thing I got, and I thought you'd find this interesting, Sega, after making the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, they want to make a Yakuza movie.
I heard about this, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing the Yakuza games a lot recently, and they are all good.
Yeah, they were only talking about this yesterday, that they want to adapt it. But yeah, they're also currently working on a sequel to this year's Sonic movie, which did surprisingly well.
Yeah, apparently that wasn't that bad, but I
Yeah, I haven't gotten into it either. But I like Jim Carrey, so. But yeah, the idea of a Yakuza film, I think they could be really nice. I haven't played them. I know basically what they're about, but I know you have, so yeah, I thought you'd be interested in hearing that if you hadn't already.
Yes, I did hear about that, but I didn't really look into it very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I hope it's good. If it's not good, I'll be upset.
Yeah. So the next bit of news I got was that it's not really news, but it's just an update on how Tom Cruise's journey to space for his next movie is getting real. Like, he's going to space, and
God,
I can't wait. That man has done.
What movie
everything.
is it? Is it the next installment of the Dark Universe?
I doubt that, but who knows? He was working with Elon Musk's SpaceX on a project that would see a movie actually shot in space. We thought it would be like a silly rumor. That's what they've stated here, coming from anybody else. But Tom Cruise has built a reputation of not being willing to perform extreme stunts himself, but actually looking for opportunities to do so. But Tom Cruise has done everything. He's driven like an F1 car. He's done it all. And yeah,
he's pretty badass. Yeah,
he's going to space. It's happening, right? And the update is that his journey to space it's getting real. It's getting close. He's gonna go to space.
Hell yeah.
So fuck yeah, go Tom Cruise. But yeah, sometime in 2022 or 2023, we'll be getting a movie that includes scenes actually filmed in space or something. That Tom Cruise is doing, so
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Some other news, DC related, that I thought was interesting, was that Superman's Henry Cavill apparently has been signed back on with DC to do another 3 Superman films. I don't know if this is all in the same continuity with what they've done, or they just really liked him as an actor. But apparently he's sort of something out where it's not just I'm doing Man of Steel and then I'm doing Justice League and all this shit. Like some proper sequels, getting some more Superman stuff, which I reckon would be really nice.
Jeez.
Like even if this is another hard reboot and it's, just Henry Cavill again, that doesn't bother me at all. But to have a nice, solid trilogy would be really, really cool.
Yeah, to have the movies be good this time would be nice.
Yeah, well, I'm one that's on the fence with Man of Steel. I kind of like it. I see what the problems are with it, but the way it's, you watch it like an Elseworld Superman.
You should just let a school bus filled with children drown.
Yeah, that's what you do. But
because that's what heroes do. Wholesome 100.
Yeah, but I love Henry Cavill. He's proper gamer. Do you know how much he plays video games?
Oh yeah, no, he's great.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. So yeah, looking forward to hopefully seeing Superman again, because I will be in those seats. So we could jump to funny movie of the week.
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to it. I always do.
So
Last time it was Singham, and I've already... Singham's a perfect film.
well, I've got two here.
And this time it has to beat Singham, which is hard.
It probably maybe not beat Singham, but I've got two nonetheless. One,
Alright.
it depends, are you an arachnophobic or not?
If the movie's about spiders, I can deal with that.
Alright,
That's no problem.
I think we might as well just watch both. I've got them both here.
Yeah.
Double feature movie of the week.
Unless you'd
because-
rather save one for the next time.
Nah, we've missed a lot of movie of the weeks before.
That's
We
true.
only did it like once or twice, so... This one isn't like a...
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, so this isn't like a film that's trying to take the piss. This was a legit 1975 film, same year as Jaws, and yeah,
Best film of 1975, I assume?
it was pretty close to Jaws. The Giant Spider Invasion. And this is really good with some like dual audio shit. But let me know
Alright.
when you're ready to watch this.
Yeah. Okay. I got my earphones in so that my audio doesn't...
Alright, no worries.
Yeah, alright. I'm ready to go.
3, 2, 1, go.
In a small Wisconsin town, something was about to happen that would send shockwaves around the world.
Where did it go?
Where did it come from?
Oh my god! What kind of trailer is this? It's just...
This is how trailers are done.
To be fair, it is making me want to watch the film.
Oh shit. Oh!
They came from another world to destroy the Earth. It was the giant spider invasion.
I love the narrator. He's great.
Oh yeah. That's them coming from another planet. It's not a flare.
Wait, she's still alive?
Yeah, man, she's still alive.
I'm still measuring an X-ray shot.
Yeah, if you just stick around for the spiders and shit, it's
A
worth it.
magnitude never before measured on Earth except in nuclear explosions.
Well, Doctor, it could be an abortive strike from a unfriendly power.
Oh, come on. You don't think a missile landed here?
I told you something landed here last night. Look, it's full of them.
I'm very concerned.
Well, frankly speaking, Doctor, so is the United States government.
Oh shit.
Spider looks pretty good, actually.
I'm pretty sure it's a real spider.
There's just a whole bunch of spiders out in this woman's house. That's a lot of blood.
Poor spider! Oh shit, it's all falling.
Oh my god.
It's coming over the hill.
Two glowing red
I
eyes.
love this bit. Look at this guy. Cowboy!
I think I know what our next movie is.
Look at him go. Oh no. Police chef, there's nothing he can do. This movie's haunting, man.
No, dude, stop wiping your neck down.
No!
Oh god.
I'm down here all by myself. They're hell-bent on destroying that beast.
My God.
The crowd's beginning to take over. Well, call the National Guard back. Tell them we need some heavy equipment. Guns, tanks,
sold.
anything.
Yeah, no, I want to watch this.
Oh shit!
They came by the hundreds, by the thousands, killing and crippling, creeping, crawling creatures determined to destroy the Earth. Could anything stop them? Could anything stop the giant spider invasion?
I don't think anything could.
Nah, man.
There's never been a film like this before.
Oh shit.
That's amazing.
It's fucking intense. So, I do have one more as well. And, it's Nicolas Cage.
Brilliant.
And it's his answer to John Wick. The same year John Wick came out, like 6 months later, it's John Wick, but with Nicolas Cage.
Made in 6 months.
I don't know. But it came out 6 months after John Wick did. But it was being developed at like the same time. It's just too close to fucking... No, it's not a blatant rip-off, but the premise is the same. And, I like it just for... I'll put this one in simply for a shot at the very end where he's losing his shit.
Alright.
So, hopefully you get a kick out of this.
Okay, well, I presume we're watching the whole trailer.
Yes.
Okay, good. Alright, because I'm looking forward to Rage official trailer 1.
Oh yeah, Rage, man.
Rage with Cage.
Rage with Cage, yes! Alright, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Daddy.
Caitlin, you're gonna be staying home tonight, right?
Listen, we're just gonna hang out here, watch TV or something, but that is it.
Oh shit.
It's the Russian Mafia.
It's the Russian Mafia.
They're dressed exactly like they are in John Wick.
Yeah, there's way too many parallels.
Caitlin tried to get away. They said that she put up a hell of a fight.
See, that shot?
Think about your past.
Yeah.
The inclination to do this.
I did you a big favor when I let you walk.
I mean, it might even be in the same universe. Check out this guy in the wheelchair.
By doing nothing.
Oh my god!
The hurt.
Yeah, but that guy
See, you gotta
died.
bury it deep down. He can't come back. The shower and everything.
I just don't want you falling back on any of your old habits.
I'm out of the game, you know that.
I know
I'm out of the game, you know that.
Why are they after you? What did you do?
No child should have to pay for their father's sins.
You need some help.
Just how deep do you want us to go?
How deep is hell?
Ooh. Danny Glover.
What is this?
It's John Wick. I mean, it's Rage. Rage with Cage. Ready, ready, ready for Cage to shoot, ready for Cage.
You swore not to talk about it!
It just goes off. Oh, fuck me. It's brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Oh. Oh god, it's fucking good. Rage with Cage, man. We'll have to just watch that sometime. That shit's amazing. So, those were our funny movies of the week. Hopefully I can hit us with a bigger banger next time. but you got 2 for the price of 1. And I've got some other news, but it's not movie related for once. We're gonna be diving into the gaming world for a little bit, if you'd like to.
Ooh.
So,
It's about the PS5.
it's about the PS5. So, pre-orders went haywire, and this is just something I wanted to talk to you about anyway. That,
Did you manage to get a pre-order?
I did. I got one.
Oh,
I got
lucky.
really fucking lucky. So, what happened was this PlayStation had their massive live stream that ran for about an hour, and they
Didn't watch it myself.
Yeah, well, I threw myself out of bed to try and get a glimpse at Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, and they didn't.
What did that look like?
It looked really good. There was a lot of the same gameplay stuff. It's kind of what I expected. The game's $70 on release, so I'm expecting it's more or less like a massive DLC expansion and testing grounds for what Spider-Man 2 will be. Like, you know, basically put one out on PS5, see what people like and don't like, so they can make their sequel right. That's more or less what I see it as.
Yeah.
And anyway, the live stream happened, and they gave us prices, but they didn't say. And they gave us the release date. About the pre-orders, they gave us no information on that. Even with the Miles Morales video they showed, they just said it'll be out this holiday and didn't give us a date. But if you went to Insomniac's page on Twitter, it said the release date was this, and that. And like, they didn't say it was a title launch or it's coming out with the PlayStation 5. It was just a mess. And it looked like it was something that was conceived 3 months before they live streamed it, just with all these videos tied together. And because we got no look at the UI, like the menus and stuff. You know, they've got these amazing loading times, but they didn't show any of it off. They just gave us some game trailers and said, here's the price and release date. But what happened was PlayStation themselves hadn't got ready for like pre-orders. They said they'd give us ample notice, and they said, we'll give you like the pre-order date soon. And so them and Amazon and a couple of major retailers, you know, they were all waiting for the pre-orders and the go. But the regular retailers, just shops, bang, pre-orders available before the live stream even ended. So by the time the stream ended and I went to EB Games, or it's the equivalent to GameSpot in America, they were already all gone. So I lucked out getting one at JB Hi-Fi, which is about 4 hours away from where I am, and it's going to be sent here, so even on the date it comes out, it'll probably take a week or two to actually get here.
Are they allowed to do that, retailers?
I don't know, they did it, and all these pre-orders are made and they can't really go back on it because they've taken everyone's money for like pre-orders. Like, you put in a small deposit, so it's happening, and mine hasn't been cancelled or anything. I was lucky to get Marvel's, like, the new Spider-Man game through EB though, which is about an hour away. So I'll be able to go and get the game the day it comes out, but I'll have to wait a couple of weeks for the actual PlayStation to arrive.
Amazing.
But, yeah, it's 10 minutes after I pre-ordered the PlayStation, you couldn't get them on JB Hi-Fi either, so it was just a mess. A lot of people that usually wait and, you know, like on eBay you snipe, like last second you bid things. People that usually do that and wait for those pre-orders just had no idea it was on. So a lot of people was just streaming and playing games and didn't even know what was happening, and they were all gone like that. So they fucked up.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know about pre-orders until you told me, and they were already all gone.
Yeah, no, it was very, very chaotic. Xbox made a bit of fun out of us because they finally had something to go off of. And then Xbox immediately did the same thing. A couple of days ago, the exact same thing. All the retailers did it and fucked it for Xbox as well. So
brilliant.
So no one's having an easy time. The price is pretty steep, but it's whatever. I just want to play some Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's what you expect.
But yeah, the game itself didn't really excite me too much. It looks like it's going to have some great set pieces and it'll be whatever. But the Ultimate Edition launch edition for it, which I ended up getting, it comes with an entire remaster of the PS4 game with it. With like a digital download code for it.
That's cool.
And I was like, fuck yeah, that's sweet. They also said this remaster won't come out on disc and you won't be able to buy it like anyway. You can only get it with this pre-order. And it not only is, they said it's not just a graphical update, the character models have changed and everything to really take advantage of the PS5. They've also put in, and they said 3 amazing, in brackets, new suits. So we're looking at having the Amazing Spider-Man suits in the game. A new photo mode, new trophies.
Oh yeah,
so
of course that's what that would mean.
Yeah, and yeah, new trophies so you can platinum it all over again. So we've got, Marvel Spider-Man, the remaster, like basically another whole game along with the new one for the PS5.
Well, it's the game that already came out.
Yeah, but it's got more stuff in it, which is great. So that's what excited me to be like, alright, I'm gonna get this. I'll get 2 games. And it wasn't that expensive, like, because Miles was already cheap, and that's a bit on top to just get the 2 of them.
Yeah.
But we had all sorts of stuff. We got to look at Resident Evil 8, because we played a bit of 7 together on the VR. That was a time.
I remember that.
But,
That was tight, yeah.
But yeah, now I don't know if 8 will be VR compatible or whatnot. We see, that's another thing we didn't get with the live stream. We heard nothing about a PSVR 2 or any.
Or if the old one would still work on PS5.
Yeah, stuff like that. So we didn't get anything. So a lot of people, even including myself, was quite underwhelmed.
When is the PlayStation 2 iToy coming back?
I know. I don't know. It's just fucked up, man. We haven't had an iToy in so long. I mean, we've got the PlayStation camera, but we don't have the games.
Buzz games.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the Buzz games at?
Buzz was lit. That was awesome.
But yeah, the PS5 was a mess. The only other thing that I was excited by, other than the Spider-Man gameplay we got to look at, is we got a look at this collection thing for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. I was going to mention that.
Did you see the trailer for that?
Yeah, I did. I have most of those games.
Yeah. So that just kind of came out of nowhere, but they were so open-ended on it, they weren't really clear on whether these games are just free at launch or you need the subscription, and I'm certain you need the subscription.
Yeah, it's got the PlayStation Plus collection. You'd need to have PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, so apparently it's not just coming for the PlayStation 5, but that's actually next month's games on the PS4.
That's pretty lit.
Yeah, so all these games you've wanted me to play for so long, I'm going to be able to get them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Persona 5 isn't the Royale version, though. It's just the original.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people annoyed that it's not the Royal version, but the Royal version came out in the start of April this year. It wasn't gonna be the Royal version. But yeah, it gives me an excuse to play Persona 5 and platinum that again, so I'm happy.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I mean, fuck, a whole bunch of games and shit. It's a good answer to Xbox's Game Pass, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Game Pass. Oh yeah, Xbox also bought Bethesda.
Yeah.
Todd Howard convinced Microsoft to buy Skyrim.
Yeah. Some more stuff I realized we haven't talked about because it's been that long since we've done it is DC's Fandom. When they did that, they released 5 different movie and game related trailers. I'm not sure what you've seen of that.
I heard a lot of my friends talking about that.
Have you seen the Batman trailer?
I never watched it, no.
Fuck, yes. I would love to watch that with you right now.
Alright then.
I'll send you the link. Just to see what you think. So, we're looking at Riddler as our main antagonist. And this is supposed to be a study more of Batman's detective side of things.
I heard
Which-
about that, yeah.
Yeah, we don't really see much of, so, or it's not very deeply explored. So I'm looking forward to it. Rob Bat, he'll do a good job, I'm assuming.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, Batman. I really love the vibe that it gives off.
Mm-hmm.
There, and next week, I'm pretty sure we're talking about Hardcore Henry.
Yes, I actually watched that again the other day.
Awesome. I can't wait. It's very unique. So, thanks everybody so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, we will.
Alright.
Unless you don't show up.
Unless you don't show up, in which case you're uninvited to the next one. Alright. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.